Welcome back to the Deep Dive. You know we love to dig into listener submissions, and today's Deep Dive is no exception.
Yeah, this one is really fascinating.
It really is, and it hits close to home for, I think, probably a lot of us.
Yeah.
Um, we're looking at this personal account someone sent in. It's called Healing from the Inside Out, One Woman's Journey to Clear Skin and Confidence.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to relate to this. I mean, who hasn't struggled with skin issues at some point, right?
Exactly, and you try all these different creams, lotions, potions, whatever, and sometimes nothing seems to really work.
Exactly. It can be so frustrating, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this deep dive is all about going beyond just the surface, really getting to the root of things and understanding that gut-skin connection.
Yeah, and Sarah's story in this account really highlights how we tend to focus so much on just what we see on the outside.
Right. And in Sarah's case, it took a pretty significant event for her to start looking inward. It was her sister's wedding.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a big one. High stakes.
Huge. And it sounds like it wasn't just a little breakout or anything. This was a real breaking point for her.
Oh, definitely. She talks about having this really severe skin flare-up, like the worst she had ever experienced.
Oh, man. I can only imagine how stressful that must have been.
Yeah, especially at your sister's wedding, right?
Yeah, as maid of honor, too. Oh, my gosh.
So much pressure to look and feel your best, and then you're dealing with this.
Right. All those photos and everything.
Exactly. It's understandable that she felt so overwhelmed. In fact, she even mentions kind of retreating to the bathroom at one point, just wanting to hide.
Oh, I can see that. And it's actually in that moment of vulnerability that her sister asks her this really profound question.
Yeah, she asks, what if the problem isn't your skin, but what's happening beneath it?
Ooh, I like that.
Right. It's like a light bulb moment for Sarah, like this shift in perspective from trying to fix things on the outside to considering what might be going on internally.
Okay, so let's delve into that. What's happening beneath it? Sarah starts researching this thing called the gut-skin axis. Now, I got to admit, I've heard this term thrown around, but I'm not sure I fully grasp it. Can you break it down for us? Like, what is the gut-skin axis, and why is it so crucial when we're talking about skin health?
It's actually pretty simple when you think about it. So your gut, which is essentially your digestive system, is teeming with trillions of microorganisms.
Trillions.
Yeah, it's a whole world down there. And this collection of microorganisms is what we call the gut microbiome.
Right.
And it's not just about digestion. I mean, it plays this huge role in our overall health.
Yeah.
It impacts our immune system, inflammation levels, and you guessed it, our skin.
Ah, the connection.
Exactly. So the gut-skin axis is basically this two-way communication highway between your gut and your skin.
Interesting.
And if things get out of whack in your gut, if the balance of bacteria is off, it can trigger inflammation, and that inflammation can show up in a lot of ways. And your skin being the largest organ, it's often one of the first places you'll see it.
So basically, what Sarah's sister was saying was actually backed up by science.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not just some old wives' tale. There's real scientific evidence to support this connection.
That's amazing. So with this new understanding of the gut-skin axis, Sarah starts making some big changes to her diet and lifestyle. Can you walk us through what she did? What was her game plan?
So Sarah decided to take a multi-pronged approach. First, she started incorporating more probiotic-rich foods into her diet.
Like yogurt and stuff?
Yeah, yogurt's great, but she also included things like kefir and fermented vegetable.
Fermented vegetables, those are good.
Super good for your gut. She also realized that dairy and sugar were really big triggers for her skin issues.
Oh yeah, those are common culprits.
Totally. So she decided to cut back on those significantly or eliminate them altogether.
Smart move.
And to give her gut an extra boost, she started taking a daily probiotic supplement.
So diet, supplements, anything else?
Yeah, she also recognized that stress was a major factor for her.
Oh, stress is a killer.
It really is. So she started incorporating stress-reducing activities like meditation and yoga.
Ah, the good stuff.
Yeah, taking care of her mental and emotional well-being as well.
So it sounds like she was really hitting it from all angles.
She was very comprehensive approach.
Now, Sarah does mention going through a bit of a rough patch initially. She calls it a purge. What exactly is that, and why does it happen?
Right. So when you make drastic changes to your diet or start taking probiotics, your body can sometimes react in unexpected ways.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not always smooth sailing. It can take some time for your body to adjust and rebalance.
So it's like a detox period.
Exactly. And during this detox, sometimes toxins are released, And that can actually make your skin look worse temporarily.
Oh, that's so discouraging.
It can be, but it's important to remember that it's usually temporary.
So it's like things getting worse before they get better.
Exactly. Sarah says that it took about 2 months before she started seeing real improvement.
Okay, so patience is key.
Absolutely. And persistence. You got to trust the process.
And it wasn't just her skin that benefited, right? She mentioned some other positive changes.
You're right. Sarah talks about having more energy, sleeping better, and feeling better equipped to handle stress.
Wow, so it's like a ripple effect.
Exactly. It's all connected. Taking care of your butt can have a huge impact on your overall well-being.
I love that. And it seems like this whole experience really changed Sarah's relationship with her body.
It totally did. She went from seeing her skin as this enemy to seeing it as a messenger.
Interesting.
Yeah, instead of constantly fighting it, she started listening to what it was trying to tell her.
That's a really powerful shift.
It is, and with that came a lot more self-compassion. She wasn't so hard on herself anymore.
That's so important.
Yeah.
So after 6 months of this new approach, what were the results? Like, how much did her skin actually improve?
The transformation was pretty remarkable. She said that her cystic acne, which had been a chronic problem, completely disappeared.
No.
Yeah, and the redness significantly reduced. She still got the occasional breakout, but they were much milder and healed much faster.
Oh, that's amazing.
And get this, she was even able to simplify her skincare routine.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't need all those harsh products anymore.
Less is more.
Exactly. When you address the root cause, you don't need to mask the symptoms as much.
So what were some of the key lessons Sarah learned from this whole journey?
Well, she realized just how interconnected our bodies really are. Gut health affects everything.
Makes sense.
And she also learned that healing isn't always linear. There are going to be ups and downs.
Setbacks are part of the process.
Totally. It's not about perfection. It's about progress.
I like that. So in the end, it sounds like Sarah gained so much more than just clear skin.
Absolutely. It was about overall well-being, self-love, and true confidence.
So powerful. And it all started with listening to her body and taking that journey inward.
Exactly. Sometimes the answers are right there inside us.
Well said. So listeners, what about you? What's your skin trying to tell you? Maybe it's time to take a look at your gut health. Explore that gut-skin connection. Talk to your doctor, do some research, and see what you discover. You never know, it might be the key to unlocking not just clearer skin, but a whole new level of well-being.
It's definitely worth considering.
Absolutely. And that's a wrap on another deep dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.